Well, that was an interesting little axolotl wearing a suit. A lab coat. Okay, let's see. So this is a... I'm going to click off here just for a minute so I can see the volume here. Turn that down to notch 50. And we shall see how this goes from here. Okay, so this was a game that I was given a code to by, I apologize if I get your name wrong, Acta. And I am kind of curious about this. I read some of the, I did read the store page a little bit. And it's kind of already giving me the vibe of I'm doing this comparison, not as an insult or anything like that. I'm just telling you the kind of feeling that I'm getting from this. From the description, I am getting the feeling like it's kind of the Doki Doki Literature Club effect. It's something that looks utterly cute and adorable, especially that one right there. And when in reality, it does have some more adult or darker themes, which is why it kind of gave me a bit of a warning right at the beginning, which I could not really show off because I was spending more time trying to adjust the size of the window, which... First off, thank you very much for actually having an option to where I could change it from window to full screen. That's already a plus in my book. Lord knows I wouldn't be able to record it any other way unless I bought myself another monitor, but then again, I'm too lazy to even do that. Alright, so I'm really curious, so let's go ahead and give this thing a look. I like the green one. Alright, let's see what we got here. Apparently you've worked on this for like 3 years, apparently. Act 1. Axie the Axolotl. A buddy of mine has a few pet axolotls, so they're quite adorable creatures. Little Pokemon of the sea.
Hiya.
It's got voices. Oh, never mind.
Welcome, one and all, big and small. This is the tank, and we're glad to have you with us today.
Now there's something I gotta test here. I was lied to! Oh, maybe I just haven't got access to it yet.
Oh wait, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to keep tradition, first and foremost.
Okay.
So allow me to introduce him. Yep, that's right, you guys. I'm talking about him.
Who?
One so famous he is known by many names. Your beloved, magnificent host for the day. It's me!
Fair enough.
No flash photography or autographs, please.
I'm not entirely sure who you are, but okay.
You're new here, huh?
Yeah.
Well then, let's get down to business. Or rather, a better word is pleasure.
Eh?
This is my corner. AKA the greatest, coziest, most excellent place in the whole entire tank.
I'm going to assume that... Oh yeah, we are literally in a tank.
You really lucked out coming here first, huh?
I guess.
If any of you are experiencing any feelings of frisson at any point in time, well, you can personally thank me for that.
Frisson? Friction can...
You know, it kind of makes me chuckle to think about that boring old egghead with his boring old lab. He thinks he's so cool, but nothing can ever measure up to this corner of the tank. We like it simple here. And simple is best, after all. Heck, ask any 6th grade math teacher. It's basically their catchphrase at this point.
Fair enough.
Aw, man. I wonder who we'll see today. Why, we could run into Lana, Liam, Anchor, Neo.
Interesting little color-coded names here.
Who will we see? Who will we see? Just between you and me, the one I want to see the most is Lana.
What are you doing up there?
That way, I can finally show her my new and improved somersault.
I'm thinking where if I hit the right.
You know what? I can feel it in my bones. Today is going to be an incredible treasure chest full of fun and adventure.
Are we sure about that? To keep up with his racing mind, Axie started doing complicated twirls. Oh, it's a boy? That's what I get for judging by colors.
Calm yourself down, my boy. Calm, calm. Calm. You're never gonna be able to impress her. You're not cool as a cucumber.
And you turn blue.
Baby.
Axie stuck his head back and tried to act as awesome as he possibly could.
It didn't work.
He was about as uncool as an aquatic creature could possibly be.
Oh boy, here I come, Lana.
He swam off in a random direction. He hopped to run into her quickly. He hoped to run into her. I don't know how to English, apparently. Well, hello there. It wasn't long before Axie came across one of his friends. You look old. The tank was, after all, not that big.
Oh, well, if it isn't Ink, my pal. It's only natural that we run into each other so early, huh? Ah, isn't it nice out?
I'm slightly dying, boy.
I can hear some wonderful tunes in my head.
Isn't that the music that's playing right now?
And the water, it's so cool and comfortable. It's a reflection of how I feel today.
The world is ending, boy.
Oh, what is it, Ank? I know, you want to play a game, don't you? I mean, games are fun, but I'm a little busy trying to find Lana right now. Maybe we could hang out later, though.
God, you fucking annoying moron. Every single goddamn day like fucking clockwork. That is not what I was expecting. That was a quick turn.
I don't get it. Why do you have so much trouble remembering what I tell you? Are you that much of an idiot? You must be. You know, I was just about to go and pay Liam a visit. That piece of garbage. But then, of course, Axie the asshole just had to come along and make my shitty day even worse than it already was.
Let me guess here. Let me guess this Ink person is an axolotl that has been in this tank significantly longer, and it's gotten to him. That's the feel that I'm getting from this already.
What do you mean, buddy? Buddy? Do you really want me to go over this again? Listen, Axie. I don't like you. And you know what? I never will. Well, why not? I just want to contribute positively to your life, Ink. Hey, if we become friends, I'll even teach him my world-famous somersault. Wouldn't that be something?
Axie performed his best somersault, ending with a flourish.
You want to be friends, huh? Well, when you put it like that, But Axie, could you do me one small favor first? You know, for your new pal. Kill yourself. I'm serious. Ram your head into the corner of the tank. It's right over there, you know. If there's one contribution you could make to my miserable life, it's that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've had enough of your degeneracy. There are other salamanders to fry. Impossible as it may seem, there's someone in this tank even more worthless than you. Someone whose time is running out quickly. Okay. But please, this time, think carefully about my advice.
Oh, I just realized something. In the background, I can see some markings over here that are like tally marks. And there's also scratch marks on the tank itself. Oh, now I'm actually seeing some visual details here. Very nice.
If you are ever ready to kill yourself, I'll always be ready to help you out.
Ink swam off in another direction, guffawing as he went loudly, leaving poor Axie alone. Alright, so from that rather, well, abrupt introduction here, my assumption is that Axie is relatively new to this tank. I think. and he still has like a large amount of positivity put into him. Whereas Ankh, he's probably been in this for a very, very long time. Then again, I don't know exactly the lifespan of axolotls. I know a friend of mine has them, but I've never really asked how long they live. But that's the assumption that I'm getting here. From Ankh's design, I imagine that he's probably been here for a very, very long time. And if I'm betting, I'm a betting man here. I'm going to assume that Ankh is the one who made these scratch marks on this glass, as well as these tally marks. In which case, I'm wondering, I don't think these mean days, but I imagine they're either for months or possibly years. So that's about, let's see, 14. So that could either be a year and 2 months or 14 years. But I'm not entirely sure how long axolotls live, so I'm going to go with the month idea. Axie took a moment. He looked at himself in the reflection of the nearby glass.
Wow! That guy sure is a grouch. I guess it'll be up to me in the future to ungrouchify him, huh? Alright, enough of this flub.
Oh, you are very positive.
Lana, it's finally time to find her and impress the living heck out of her.
Axie swam off happily, the previous conversation already fading from memory. It's very positive. Well, that definitely already gives me, thing. Welcome to my territory. See, you've already met some of my minions. There is no log in Crescential, so read carefully when you are here. Don't get used to conversations like these either. This is the only time you and I will talk directly. Okay. But if you'd like to get thanked at the very end, please give me your name. Or perhaps a nickname. Well, this one's easy to fill in. Oh, nice! There's actually enough space for me to put my whole name in here. I've been waiting for you a long time, Sabata. Well then, Sobata. I won't keep you. So you're just gonna abandon me? Please believe in my territory and watch over my minion.
Now, just where in the heck could Lana be?
I do not know.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what she'll think of my new moves.
Press S to somersault when prompted. When prompted? You mean like this? Nice. Let me do it again. How dare you! Axie performed an almost flawless somersault. He'd been getting closer and closer to his goal, finally having his hands touch his tail mid-spin.
That's right, I'm the coolest. Bar none. There has never been a cooler being in the history of all mankind. And there never will be. Mark my words. Oh, hey! Well, 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 look who decided to show up.
You!
It's the egghead. My man, my man, my man. The one with the plantiest plans. True to his nature, Neo had his usual no muss, no fuss face on. No muss, no fuss, huh?
Yeah, I can definitely kind of see that. He does seem like that kind of person. But unlike Ankh, Neo wasn't scary. He was the biggest egghead Axie knew, though.
Perfect, Axie.
Oh yeah. This is perfect timing, my man. I've been looking for you all morning. If you don't mind, I'd really like for you to come with me to the lab. Post haste. Well, but Lana... I was just about to go see her, you know? That can wait, right? Look, knowing me, I'm on the brink of something utterly mind-shattering. You said I could always count on you. For anything. Remember? Well, you are my best bud, after all. But you sure it can't wait till later? I'm just about to show Lana my new trick, and then she'll have to go on a date with me. And on that date, I'm gonna show her that I'm the coolest Axie who's ever graced this here tank. Or even the world. Alright, you've intrigued me, Axie. Let's say that Lana does agree to go on a date with you. Where do you plan on taking her? Last time I checked, there's not much to do around here. Exactly, Egghead. That's why I think it's paramount we build a mini golf course here ASAP. So they are aware of English, or American, or just world stuff, human stuff. Look at all the free real estate! I mean... I guess he's right on that regard. Also, yeah, I think this pretty much confirmed my original theory about what was going on with Ank's side. The background that we saw, that must have been Ank's, and over here is Neo's, where it's much cleaner and much more pure, I guess. Could you imagine? It would be the perfect night. Me beating your pasty butt at mini-golf and arcade games on a moonlit evening. Well, first of all, Axie, there's no moon in the tank. And secondly, it's common knowledge that I'd kick your butt 12 ways sideways if we had any form of competition against each other. Really? Really? If you're asking Lana out on a date, you should take her somewhere nice, right? Axie looked at Neo thoughtfully. Well, why would I need to take her somewhere in the first place? All I want is to become buds and hang out with her, just like you and I do. Wait. Hold up, let me get this straight. You don't want to become romantically involved with her? These past few days, you even know what you've been saying? Well, I mean, I do love her as a friend. But I don't need any of the cheesy mumbo-jumbo that you're talking about. I do have a very, very strong urge to spend more time with her, though. As soon as possible. You might want to let her know your definition of a date the next time you two talk. She could get the wrong idea. I did. Well, anyway, it's getting late. Follow me, alright? Huh. Catch me if you can, loser! Axie swam in front of Neo, showing off some of his super cool tricks. As much as I hate to admit it, the tank would be a lot less colorful without your idiocy. It'd be a lot less colorful without you too, you know. You're our only blue guy. A bit of Axie-grade stupidity is exactly what I needed this morning. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a mood. Huh? Why's that, Egghead? I don't think I slept well last night, is all. You know, research has been stressing me out quite a bit lately, and... Hey, Axie, focus a little bit for me, alright? Alright, focus! Focusing is for boring people. Those who would rather wash their lab coats than swim a mile naked. Huh? You've lost me once again. It might do you a bit of good to slow down every once in a while. Well, you know, on the other hand, maybe you could let loose a little more, Egghead. I bet it would do wonders for your complexion. What's wrong with my complexion? I do agree with your sentiment, though. I think it's a great idea to try and improve ourselves in any way we can. Okay, man, we're almost to the void. When we get there, I don't want you wandering off and talking to yourself again like you did last time. Alright? It's a little creepy when you do that. Huh. Whoa. Interesting. Alright, now that we've lost the Egghead, get ready, y'all, because the next stop on our tour of the tank is the world-famous Void. Standing approximately 700 feet tall and weighing over 10 trillion pounds, here it is! Of course, the Void might look intimidating on the outside, but isn't it quite pretty as well? I mean, technically? You have lightning underwater, which... Why the hell am I questioning the logic of this? Maybe it's their imagination, or the scientists really did pull this off. Also, we have literally a... An impressively built tank, I guess. Not as pretty as my corner, you know, but in the right light, it looks kind of nice. The void isn't just a look either. It has another very important function for us axolotls. Presents! Presents, presents, presents! Fair enough. That's right. Every single day, the void presents us with us commoners with a random gift. But, I wouldn't get too excited if I were you. Normally, the presents are boring stuff. Books and blocks of dirt. Personally, I've been waiting very patiently for the day that the void finally gives us peanut butter sandwiches. Can you imagine how beautiful that day will be? The void, huh? It gives you presents and stuff? Well, I'm going to make an assumption here. We're seeing a fantastical device from an axolotl's point of view here. And this tower, I don't know how water tanks for axolotls are, but I'm going to assume that this tower is how axolotls see a sort of tower where you drop some food in, and then, or food and toys, and it expels it out, but I'm not entirely sure how that would work. I don't know. That or it's a water filtration system? No. I don't know. Well, that's it. That's the void in a nutshell. I think it's pretty cool, but oh man, is the egghead obsessed with it. He even told us that he built the lab close to the void. Or optimum research accessibility. Man, how is our egghead such a gosh darn egghead? Huh, what a humongous dork. I mean... Anyway, after a perfect day of hanging out with the perfect girl, this is the perfect place to wind down, don't you think? Just listen. That whirring, spitting sound of the void mix is absolutely breathtaking. It's a wonderful sound. A sound which strikes inspiration into my heart, right into the deepest depths of my soul. Inspiration to impress Lana. To write poems about her loveliness. Oh, Lana. Would you be my mama? What? You're like freshly washed linen before the diarrhea. What human song have you been listening to Eminem? If Ank heard something like that, he'd probably call me that... What was the word? Degenerate thing again, I think. Ah, there you are, Egghead. We must have lost each other. This is no time for goofing off, Axie. The void is about to give us our item for the day. Neo's face always lit up at the sound of the void. Look, lately, all we've gotten from the void are materials. They're necessary for expanding the lab, of course. But today, well, I'm hoping for something a little more substantial. Maybe even something a bit fun. Peanut butter, and maybe even jelly. Maybe today the void will give us another clue as to what might be outside the tank. Outside the tank? Outside the schmank? Boring. I've told you this before, Axie. My research regarding the void is very important. You have to be ready. Because whatever the void's true purpose may be, it has the potential to change our lives forever. So can they not actually see outside their tanks or something? The environment started rattling dreadfully. Ah, my old nemesis, the void. You dare to challenge me yet again? You can feel the excitement. Can't you, Axie? That's the sweet scent of a new item coming to us. And the beautiful research that follows. Ah, there's no feeling like it, really. Ha! If you think I'll be lulled into a secret sense of security, then you're sadly mistaken, Mr. Void. Axie, you can use your imagination to be cute later. This is serious. You called me cute? Aw, Neo. I love you too, man. No, Axie, get away! I don't need another hug.
Just brace yourself and try not to be swept away by the currents after this blast. It'd be a bother to find you again. The strong shock waves thrashed them both lightly and differently in different directions. While Neo kept his eye on the apex of the blast, Axie swayed lightly, aimlessly, with a smile on his face. Because of course he did. These daily roller coasters are always so much fun. After a while, the lightning cracked less, the currents normalized, and eventually the storm subsided. Neo saw an item that had spawned from the side of the void, floating in the clear water. He moved his scrawny arms towards it. Axie did a cool somersault and followed. Oh, really? After all that? All that for another boring old book, huh? Excellent. I was right. Another book to add to the collection. Thank you, O wonderful god of the void, for this blessing. Axie took a quick glance at the cover. Everything. My discovery of the Ryokosho, the world's oldest and deadliest civilization. Written by Dr. Gotts. Huh. I've never seen that word before. Ryokosho. Must be a human thing, I guess. Man, when you said something fun was gonna come out, I got kind of excited there for a second. But of course, it's another one of those boring detective novels you love so much. I don't think so, actually. This isn't detective fiction. The back cover tells me that this is a journal. Let's see. A journal about an ancient tribe called the Ryokosho, and a teacher who disappeared mysteriously while researching them. It's handwritten inside. Could it be a non-fiction account of some sort? Also waterproof, but then again, I don't think it's Go question it. Well, I'll have to give it a closer look a little later. How peculiar indeed. And, hey, I heard what you just said. Detective novels aren't boring, they're the best. I can agree with this. Psst. Tell me when a cool book comes out. Like the definitive guide to doing the ultimate somersault to impress Lana. Written by the raddest of all the dudes, Axie the Axolotl. No, then others might get some of my coolness and steal away Lana. Ha! Like that could ever happen. We'll have to wait about that then. I feel sorry for whoever had to take care of you growing up. Wait a second. I just realized what you said. Great job, Axie. I'm very impressed. Of course you are. I'm the incredible Axie. But really, what did I say, Egghead? You called yourself an axolotl. That's what we are. At least, that's what we resemble. Oh. Huh. I thought that was just my title. Axie the Axolotl. Like a knight or something. Do you remember that book that came in about a week ago? A comprehensive guide and study of axolotl biology. Nope. Not ringing any bells. Sorry, bro. Well, why don't we refresh your memory? Let's head into the lab. Self-aware axolotls. You know, despite paying Neo many visits, Axie hadn't ever set foot in the lab. He couldn't even imagine what the inside looked like, although he had seen the outside many times. He briefly thought of building a house of his own in his corner, but quickly decided it would be a waste of time. Welcome to my lair, Axie. Huh. Oh boy! Egghead, do you even realize what you have here? Your lab is the epitome of awesome! Dude! Just look at all this crazy cool stuff. Alright, Egghead, I want you to close your eyes and imagine this for a second. The biggest and baddest party the tank has ever had, right here in this very lab. Strobe lights. A DJ. All you can eat peanut butter. You really like peanut butter, don't you? The works. Of course, we'd have a somersault competition with yours truly as the honorable judge.
My lab is pretty great, isn't it? But no, I will not allow any parties in here.
Hey! What are those weird-looking books on the top row?
Actually looked over at the bookshelf Neo had constructed for himself. Collector's editions. The Void has been very generous with regards to good reading material.
Yo, Egghead! Have you ever considered cleaning your floor? It's pretty messy. Hey! Over here! Is this a TV guide?
Did you really? How dare you spell TV that way? Ah!
And what are these engraved letters? SK,
Grm.
IA, KM, DG. And on the second row, one of your detective novels, huh? The Banquet of Gluttony, written by Roberto Nils. Whoa, whoa! This bookshelf is an enigma if I've ever seen one. It boggles the mind that something could be so interesting and boring at the same time.
Axie, the bookshelf can wait.
But you know what can't wait?
Lana, right? You're so predictable. Can you stop talking about her all the time? I'm wondering if Lana's maybe like the green one. Maybe? Can you stop talking about her all the— It's driving me insane. Besides, she wouldn't date you even if you were the last axolotl in the tank, which you might be one day if you don't stop talking about her every second. Sorry. That was rude to me. I didn't mean to offend you. For my sanity, just try not to mention her until our conversation is done, alright? Axie pouted grumpily. Theo readied himself. Finally, the doofus would listen a little. So, about this book. He held up a comprehensive guide and study of axolotl biology. You and me, Lana, Enk, even that madman Liam. Like I told you, we're all these creatures that humans have dubbed axolotls.
Remember 5 minutes ago? Know that. So what?
Well, I've done a little bit more research since the last time we talked. I'd like you to take a closer look at the cover of this book, Axie. Tell me, does something look odd to you? At second glance, the creature on the page looked like he had immersed in a completely different world from everything Axie had known. That caught his attention. An actual axolotl?
This guy doesn't really look like you. Or me either. I mean, we're similar, but...
That's right. According to this book, axolotls are actually a pretty unique species in the human world. We're under the classification of something called amphibians. Amphibians are cold-blooded creatures that can breathe in and out of water. Axolotls specifically are known for their regenerative power and rarity. According to this book, humans actually believe that axolotls were extinct for almost a century, outside of some that were kept in captivity until a scientist discovered a few swimming in a Mexican river in the 1990s.
Wait, let's back up a second. Neo, when you say human, what is that really? And that other thing you said, a Mexican river? You gotta slow down for poor old Axie here. All you've done so far is speak mumbo jumbo.
That's the thing, man. I'm gonna need you to go along with me on this. Every book that has arrived here from the Void has led me to the conclusion that an entire world exists between this tank, or beyond this tank. Just think about it for a second. We know all sorts of weird stuff that nobody ever taught us. We were both born here with inherent knowledge, something that we're using to communicate with each other right now.
Oh.
We know basic social dynamics. We have emotions and feelings. What if we could remember even more? Call me crazy, but my hypothesis is that our knowledge of these incomprehensible things, they're relics of something else. Inklings of another life. Another life in another world. Lives that we all lived before coming to the tank a month ago. Wait, they all came to the tank a month ago? Then what about Ank? In that case, Ank probably knows significantly more than everybody else. In which case, now that wait. If they all came here a month ago. Unless... What do you think of that possibility, Axie?
Huh? Wow. I don't know. That's a lot to take in, Egghead. Another world? Another life? Why would we need something like that? The tank is perfect as it is. It's got me, the coolest dude in the world. You, the best bud of the coolest dude in the world. And of course it's got Lana, too. We don't need to go anywhere else. We don't need anything else.
Don't you think there could be more to life than what you see around you? Don't you feel limited by the resources we have here? 4 walls. And only the 5 of us who inhabit our small space. As far as I'm aware, we're trapped in here. We couldn't leave even if we wanted. And aside from the items that come through the void, this place is stagnant. Boring even.
Neo, you should get used to life in here.
I can't. I even started counting the days. My count has us at 30. That's only a month we've been occupying the same living space. Not to say that this has been a bad month. Your silly antics have amused me a number of times. You're an irreplaceable idiot, Axie.
Aw, bud, do you mean it? I'm irreplaceable?
By talking with each other right now, that proves that we're sentient. But according to the book, axolotls possess the same intelligence as any ordinary aquatic creature. Which means we aren't exactly playing by the same rules as this other world. Axie was confused.
So, what rules are we playing by? Fiction?
We're phenomena. I'm in that other world, everything about us would be undefined. Probably even supernatural. For example, one book taught me not to get things wet or they won't be readable. But these books seem in perfect order even though we're underwater. And I haven't even gotten started on our lack of nutrition. Axolotls, like every living organism, take in energy from outside sources. Food. The nutrients of that food then get converted to vitamins, neurotransmitters, and other useful things that make up organic matter. And of course, the body creates waste of that excess energy. Fecal matter. Or, well, poop. This brings me to a question. Do you know what food is?
Axie loves peanut butter.
Exactly. I know what food is too, but as far as I know, I've never had any. Interesting. Well, already I can tell that this is different. But even though I know about food, I don't know where I would have learned about the concept. It's in this same way I know that there's most likely another world out there. Somewhere beyond our current understanding. When you think about it, there's gotta be more to life than an empty tank filled with plants and rocks. It's quite obvious the void, our tank, and this other world that the books mentioned are connected.
Whoa. You're tripping me out, dude.
If I had to guess, deep down you might know things about that world too. The others as well. They must know things too. But the real question is, how do we get back to this Earth I hear so much about in these books? And whether you like it or not, Axie, I think you could be a big factor in achieving that goal.
Look, I know I'm the coolest, but what do you mean? Like I'm the chosen one or something? What can I do that you can't?
Do you remember the first day we all met? It was in the middle of the tank. Okay, I'm going to guess the one on the lower left is Lana. But I want to know who the green one is. We all came from the void. Wait. Ank? Is that Liam then? The green one must be Liam, if I had to guess. We all came from the void. That's all I remember. For a good long while, we sat there, dazed and confused, not speaking a word. I might have been looking through my journal, but when I looked up, I saw Ank yelling at Liam about something. The only word I could make out from their conversation was shithead, I think, and then he was gone. Some more time passed, and eventually Liam, who looked mighty disoriented, sped off to curl up under that rock he's been under this whole time. Within minutes, you and Lana had a laugh, but eventually Lana decided to leave to check up on Liam. Okay, and you followed. But unlike the rest of you, I was drawn back to the void. One of the first things I did when everyone left was touch it. My instincts were on point. The void was as amazing as I expected. But I knew it from the moment I touched it, the void was also incredibly dangerous. In those few moments, it felt like Hades himself had reached out his hand to take me away. It burned so badly. And I don't just mean externally either. This seems weird for a scientist to say, but it felt like it burned something else too. Something deep inside me, threatening to... I'm afraid if I were to touch that void again, I'd fade out of existence. The void is an anomaly and a menace. However, it's also amazing. A source of wonder. I need to learn more. Basically, the void makes my heart soar in the same sort of way as yours must soar for Lana. Do you understand? Axie understood that comparison well. So that's why I built my home around it. I guess the void is pretty neat. If you're not annoying Lana in her corner, the void is just about the only place I ever see you. In fact, most nights, instead of research, my gaze eventually floats over to you, staring at the void from a distance. Yeah, well, you're the one who loves it so much. Touché. You never answered me. If the void burns your soul away, what can I possibly do? Do you want me to touch it? That's mean, Neo. In a way, I need you to cooperate with me. I wanted to do a little test and see if it really would burn me again. And a few cycles ago, I decided to do just that. There was a tiny dark black spot on his leg where he should have had color. It wasn't noticeable unless pointed out. I experimented on myself, and now, I need another specimen. Axie saw a crazed look in Neo's eyes. A look of wanting. A look of desire. Neo, you're starting to scare me, my dude. I mean, what's so cool about this dumb old void anyway? I read my fair share of history, and some of the greatest advances in science have come at a great cost. And today, you are that cost. I need something from you. Your flesh! Neo crept closer, and the once egghead seemed giant and scary. Ow! Neo brandished a sharp piece of wood. It really did hurt. Warn me first. Oh, come on. It couldn't have been that bad. Like I told you, we've got amazing regeneration abilities, enough to regrow limbs. True. Enough to regrow parts of our brain, even. A tiny piece of flesh doesn't matter. Axie looked over at his back, where Neo had sliced the smallest bit of skin off. Like his own burn, it wasn't that noticeable. Could have asked nicely, but okay. You know, that really wasn't something you should do to the coolest dude in the tank. Oh, sue me, you oaf. Well, before testing this on the void, I'm going to have to catalog the measurements, color, and all that. That's why I called you here, Axie. Thanks for listening to my hypothesis. And thanks for your flesh, too. Did you not word it like that? That's weird.
So, Neo, can I?
Neo sighed, yet there was a hint of a grin on his face. Go get him, Tiger. He's going for Lana, yep.
Oh, I've been yearning for you all day.
You know, Axie, you should really consider getting some other hobbies. Probably. Axie couldn't even hear him in his excitement.
Tonight's gonna be the night. Get ready to be dazzled by my amazing somersault.
Not a day has gone by where you haven't said something like that. Axie didn't notice that last quip. He pushed himself out of the door so quickly that the bubbles his feet made remained long after. Neo was left alone again, eager to continue his day's work. I hope you do get your definition of a date, Axie. Because things are about to change. We aren't going to stay here forever. Not if I have anything to say about it.